The end. Brand strip in at 16. Winning at $16. Brand strip in at $18 and 20 and 22. Taking it down. Thank you very much to all. That was a great timing. Great timing. Let's start breaking these bad boys. Let's do it. Appreciate all of you guys who put in the bids. Let's pull some good stuff here. All right. Holding on to it in the back. All right, we got Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers for the Steelers. We got Quinion Mitchell with the Eagles. We got Derwin James Jr. with the Chargers. And then we got Jamar Chase with the Turbocharge. All righty. CJ Stroud with the Texans. Mason Taylor with the Jets. We got TJ with the red and blue. We got Tyler Loop with the Ravens. Ugh.
Who were the last two teams? Is the Bills and who? Cowboys.
Jordan Watkins with the Niners. Chase Brown with the Bengals. Adam Thielen and Jackson Dart with the future for the Giants. We are opening all 20, my man. PBC, all 20. This is a full case break. Troy Aikman. We got Stephon Diggs with the Patriots, numbered at 258 from 699. 258 from 699. Stephon Diggs with the Patriots. There we go, guys. Jonathan Taylor with the red and blue. And Travis Hunter from the Jags. Kelvin Banks Jr. with the Saints. Christian Benford with the Bills. We got Nico Collins with the Texans. And then we got Caleb Johnson with the Select Certified from the Steelers. Are we running this back one more time?
We can. Yeah.
We can. If we got the people, we'll run it right back, fellas. Everyone keep coming back.
We have one case left.
We got one case left. Tucker Kraft with the Packers. Rashad Smith with the Chiefs. We got Caleb Williams with the red and blue. And then we got Ashton Genty with the Raiders. If you'd like to see us run this back one more time, let us know. We got Justin Fields with the Jets. Alfred Collins with the Niners. Jake Ferguson with the Cowboys. And Jaden Higgins from the Texans with the Select Certified. All right, Demetrius Knight Jr. with the Bengals. We got Jalen Milroe. Jaden Milroe with the 332 out of 899. 332 out of 899. Jaden Milroe with the Seahawks. Alrighty, we got Brian Urlacher with the red and blue. Brian Urlacher again with the Bears. AJ Green with the Bengals. Tyler Shug with the Saints. We got Kyle Pitts with the Falcons. And then we got Brian Thomas Jr. with the number select. Josh Jacobs with the Packers. Josh Simmons with the Chiefs. We got David Carr with the red and blue. And then we got Rashad Shaheed with the Jags. Julio Jones with the Falcons. Then we got Saquon Barkley with the Eagles. We got Curtis Samuel with the Bills and Saquon Barkley with the select turbocharged. 1 second, let me move some cards here. Get them out of my way. Stay with me. Thank you very much. All right, we got Alec Pierce with the Colts. We got Rome with the Bears. Ashton Genty. And then we got Jordan Love with Green Bay. David Carr with the Texans. Kyle McCord with the Eagles. Jalen Waddle with the Dolphins. And then we got Derrick Henry with the Supercharge or Turbocharge. Supercharge. It's turbocharged, you the big dummy. All right, Tyler Warren with the Colts. We got Justin Fields with the Jets. Alec Pierce with the red and blue. And Trey McBride with the Cardinals. Hope everyone is having a great Saturday on this weekend. We are doing great here. We got Alfred Collins with the Niners. Demetrius Knight Jr. with the Bengals. Aiden Hutchinson with the Lions. And then we got Trayvon Henderson with the Pats and the future.
We're going to run it back.
We are going to run it back, everyone. This will be run back. AJ Green with the Bengals. Gray Zabel with 538 out of 899. 538 out of 899 for the Seahawks. Good looking card there. The same exact one. Blasters, Battis. We are doing blasters. Brock Purdy with the red and blue. It's our last case so far of the blaster box. Aaron Jones. And then if we get enough people after the blasters, we can run the mega. All right. Tyler Shug with the Saints. We got Cam Ward with the Titans. Jared Goff with the Lions. And then Jalen Milroe with the Select Certified and the Seahawks. All right. Josh Jacobs with the Packers. Then we got Josh Simmons with the Chiefs. Rome with the Bears on the red and blue. And Tommy Malloy or Malott with the Raiders. Malott. I have no idea. Travis Hunter with the Jaguars. Sam Darnold with the Seahawks. Tyler Shug with the red and blue. And then we got Cole Met with the Bears. 1 second while I move some cards out of the way real quick. Thank you very much. We got Chase Brown with the Bengals. Troy Aikman with the Cowboys. Cam Chancellor with the Seagulls. And then we got Jack Becks with the Raiders and the future. All right. Kelvin Banks Jr. with the Saints. We got Christian Bedford with the Bills. And then we got Abdul Carter with the Giants with the red and blue. And Jalen Hurts with the Eagles. Not yet. We did have a zebra the last just the one that we did before this. We also had a gold auto out of 10. Tucker Kraft out of Green Bay. Bashard Smith, Chiefs. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. And Matthew Golden with the Select Certified out of the Packers. Let's get a 101 here. David Carr out of the Texans. We got a Jalen Milroe. Oh, Jalen Milroe out of the Seahawks with a 10 out of 25.
Ooh.
10 out of 25. Woo! Looky there. Just as I called for a 1 of 1.
Who's that?
Jalen Milroe.
Wow. Good pull.
Beautiful. Congratulations there. All right. We got Tyler Shug with the red and blue. And then we got Jonathan Taylor with the Colts. Kyle McCord with the Eagles. Then we got Tyler Warren with the Colts. Kendre Miller with the Saints. And then we got Nico Collins with the future and the Texans. Michael Penix Jr. and the Falcons. Deebo Samuel with the Commanders. Josh Connerly Jr. And then Jackson Smith with the turbocharged out of the Seahawks. Bayshul Tootin out of the Jags. We got Quinshaw Judkins with the Browns. We got Tony Pollard with the red and blue. And then we got Tank Bigsby out of the Jags. Jaden Blue with the Cowboys. Bucky Irving with the Bucks. We got Christian Gonzalez with the Patriots. And Tyler Shug with the future and the Saints. Drake May with the Patriots. Josh Connolly Jr. with the white. Numbered from 256 out of 799. 256 out of 799. Then we got Cam Ward with the red and blue. And Jameson Williams with the Lions. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the Cardinals. J.J. McCarthy with the Vikings. DeAndre Swift with the Bears. And then we got Jackson Dart with the Giants, select certified. All right, Ashton Genty with the Raiders. Trevor with the Panthers. We got Savion Williams with the red and blue. And then we got Harold Fannin Jr. with the Browns. 1 second here while I move some cards around for me before I open the new box. All right. Thank you.
What's that? Because I forgot to grab these. The ones on the right. Yeah. So you just pick them up. I would do it now before you get to. Yeah, that's what I was. Because they get a little taller, they're going to sit.
All right. We got Kareem Hunt with the Chiefs. Yeah. We got James Pierce Jr. with the Falcons. Bryce Young with the Rams. And Caleb Johnson with the Steelers and the future.
I've been all done. Put them away. And then just put a stack. That's on my table. Terrible.
Jalen Lane with the Commanders. We got TJ with the Colts. We got Quinn Ewers. Ewers. Ewers.
Yeah, I think Ewers.
Oh, that's just a normal red and blue. Sorry, guys.
Earwig.
And then we got Zay Flowers with the Ravens. Caleb Williams with the Bears. Nick Emenworry, the Seahawks. Jackson Smith with the Seahawks. And Omari Hampton with the Chargers and the select certified. Jerry Jeudy with the Browns. We got Kyron Williams. Kyron Williams out of 899. 90 out of 899. 90 out of 899. And then we got Jamar Chase with the blue and red. And Derwin James Jr. with the Chargers. All right. Kendre Miller, Saints. Quinn Ewers with the Dolphins. Tua with the Dolphins. And then we got Jamari Gibbs with the select numbers. Evan Brown with the Cardinals. Jordan Addison with the Vikings. We got Evan Brown with the Cardinals and the red and blue. We got Tet McMillan with the Panthers. Welcome in, everybody. Appreciate y'all in here. Hope you're all having a good weekend. Julio Jones with the Falcons. Saquon Barkley with the Eagles. Dylan Gabriel with the Browns. And Colston Loveland with the Bears. We got Alec Pierce with the Colts. Rome with the Bears. We got Andres Borealis with the Patriots. And then we got Cam Scatabo with the Giants. Ricky Pearlsaw with San Francisco. Joe Burrow with the Bengals. Travis Hunter with the Jags. And Jackson Dart with the numbers. 1 second here while I move some cards again for me. Thank you very much, guys. All right, we got CeeDee Lamb with the Cowboys. We got Jackson Smith with the Seahawks. And he is numbered from 661 out of 699. 661 out of 699. Jackson Smith. We got Mykeel Williams with the red and blue. And then we got Baker Mayfield. Tyreek Hill with the Dolphins. Tyreek Hill with the Dolphins. Jamian Sherwood with the Jets. And then we got Micah Parsons and the Packers. Tony Pollard, Titans. Matthew Golden with the Packers. Kendre Miller with the red and blue. And Will Campbell with the Patriots. Moving on to the next box. David Carr and the Texans. Kyle McCord and the Eagles. Bryce Young and the Panthers. And Derrick Henry with the Ravens. Tyler Williams with the Colts. Justin Fields with the Jets. Nick Emenworry with the red and blue. And Ty Johnson with the Bills. Alfred Collins with the Niners. Demetrius Knight Jr. with the Bengals. Dawson Knox with the Bills. And Brian Thomas Jr. turbocharged. AJ Green with the Bengals. Cole Met with the Bears. Otto Devin McCourty. Otto Devin McCourty. Ben, I got some over here that need to be top loaded when you get a minute. Otto Devin McCourty with the Patriots. Very nice. Congratulations. All right. Then we got Travis Hunter with the Jags to finish off that pack. All right. Tyler Shug with the Saints. Cam Ward with the Titans. Chris Godwin with the Bucks. And then Mykeel Williams with the Niners. Nice hot wipe cards. Second auto. Josh Jacobs and the Packers. Josh Simmons and the Chiefs. Jerry Jeudy with the red and blue. Jerry Jeudy with the red and blue. And then we got Ernest Jones with the Seahawks. Oh, sorry. Empty box. Took that off way too quick. Julio Jones with the Falcons. Saquon Barkley with the Eagles. Kyle Pitts with the Falcons. And Devon Achane with the Dolphins. Alec Pierce with the Colts. We got Rome with the Bears. Jackson Smith. And, Ajiba? Oh, that's last name. Ja'Cory with the Commanders. Anything big yet? Yeah, we had a Jalen Milroe out of 25. We got a Devin McCourty with the auto. Ricky Pearlsill with the 49ers. Joe Burrow with the Bengals. Dylan Sampson with the Browns. And Ashton Genty with the Turbocharge. 1 second here while I move another stack of cards for me. All right. Thank you very much, everyone. CeeDee Lamb with the Cowboys. We got Taj Brooks with the red and blue. We got a multiverse with Khalil Mack. We will random that off at the end of the live here, or at the end of the break. Travis Jr. out of the Jags. Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins. Tony Pollard and the Titans. Cortland Sutton and the Broncos. And then Trey Harris. Matthew Golden and the Packers. Kareem Hunt and the Chiefs. Ricky Pearlsall with the red and blue. And then we got Colston Loveland with the Bears. Drake London and the Falcons. Jaden Daniels and the Commanders. James Conner and the Cardinals. And Abdul Carter with the Giants. Brian Thomas Jr. and the Jags. Luther Burden and the Bears. We got Carlson Schwarzenegger. We got Andrew Van Ginkel with the Vikings. Jalen Milroe with the Seahawks. Javonte Williams and the Cowboys. Tristan Wirf and the Buccaneers. And Mekeel Williams and the Niners and the Select Certified. Benjamin Morrison and the Bucks. Tyler Shug and the red and blue. We got 2,500 bonus points that we will be randoming off at the end, along with the dual cards there. And Geno Smith. All right. Devon A-Chain with the Dolphins. Trey Benson and the Cardinals. Caleb Johnson and the Steelers. And Saquon Barkley with the Eagles. Ty Felton and the Vikings. Jacoby Myers and the Raiders. We got Tyreek Hill with the red and blue. And Jalen Walker with the Falcons. All right. Time for a new box. All right. Jameer with the Titans. Jared Goff with the Lions. Patrick Mahomes with the Chiefs. And Matthew Golden with the Packers. Cortland Sutton and the Broncos. Caleb Johnson and the Steelers. Josh Smith and the red and blue. And Mr. Robinson with the Falcons. Jackson Dart and the Giants. Nico Collins and the Texans. Trey Amos, Commanders. And then Nico Collins with the numbers. Jamian Sherwood and the Jets. Alec Aomanor. We got 80 out of 899. 80 out of 899. The Titans. Riley Leonard and the blue, or red and blue, and Marshawn Lattimore and the Commanders. Kyron Williams and the Rams. We got Derrick Henry and the Ravens. Shamir with the Titans. And DK Metcalf and the Turbocharged with the Steelers. Justin Herbert and the Chargers. RJ Harvey and the Broncos. Travis Hunter and the Jags. And DJ Giddens and the Colts. Ricky Pearsall and the Niners. Joe Burrow and the Bengals. Mike Evans and the Bucks. And then Matthew Golden with the Packers. CeeDee Lamb and the Cowboys. We got Myles Garrett and the Browns. Myles Garrett and the Browns. And he numbered 618 out of 699. Good looking card right there. Rashad Shaheed and the blue, or red and blue, and Trey Smith with the Chiefs. Tyreek Hill and the Dolphins. Tony Pollard and the Titans. Trey McLaurin and the Commanders. And Ashton Genty with the Select Certified and the Raiders. Matthew Golden and the Packers. Kareem Hunt and the Chiefs. Then we got Kyle McCord with the red and blue, and Antonio Gates and the Chargers. All right, James Pierce Jr. and the Falcons. We got Jalen Lane and the Commanders, Jalen Carter and the Eagles, and Cam Ward with the Titans. All right, TJ with the Colts, Caleb Williams and the Bears, Tyler Warren with the Colts with the red and blue, and then Riley Leonard and the Colts. Next box. Sorry about that. Keep wanting to throw the box off without showing them inside. Okay, Josh Allen and the Bills, Travis Hunter and the Jags, Joe Milton and the Cowboys, and Jordan Love in the select numbers with the Packers. Sam Darnold and the Seahawks, Shadur Sanders and the Browns, Matthew Golden and the Packers with the red and blue, and Tez Johnson with the Buccaneers. Abdul Carter and the Giants, Amika Buka with the Bucks. We got Kyler Murray and the Cardinals, and Puka with the Rams for the turbocharge. Stephon Diggs and the Patriots. We got Jalen Royals and the Chiefs with the blue and red. We got Jalen Higgins with the Swatch. Jalen Higgins from the Titans, or Texans, I apologize. And then last in the pack is Hunter Henry from the Patriots. Puka with the Chargers. Then we got Rashad Bateman and the Ravens. We got Elijah Arroyo with the Seahawks. And then we got Kyle Williams and the Patriots. Keandre Lambert-Smith and the Chargers. We got Tet McMillan and the Panthers. We got Russell Wilson. And then we got Will Johnson with the Cardinals.
No, just here. I gotta make a list. So what normally would happen? I'd have a list for you. Yeah. And then you go down who's who. And, yep. And you pick them up. Yep. All
right. Nick Emenworry with the Seahawks. Jerry Jeudy and the Browns. Ollie Gordon. Oh, we got a zebra, everyone. Rookie card zebra, Alfred Collins and the Niners.
You got a zebra?
Zebra. Alfred Collins. and the Niners. Congratulations. Man, those are good looking cards. Rides, like it's a vehicle. My gosh.
I wouldn't ride that.
All right. All right. Let's get this top loaded real quick.
Sweet.
Let's see if there's a list on the main side. I think there is.
There we go. Zebra. And now we got Jonathan Taylor and the Colts with the turbocharged. Borkus says, Zebra for sale. All right, Kendre Miller with the Saints. We got Curtis Samuel and the Bills and the blue and red, or red and blue, and Breece Hall and the Jets. Quinn Ewers with the Dolphins. Then we got Evan Brown and the Cardinals. Malachi Starks and the Ravens. And then we got Travis Hunter and the Jags.
No, the same day, but I just wanted to make sure that was the last thing we did. Yeah, that was the first thing we did. So okay. I wanted to print the right label. Right.
Drake Bay and the Patriots. J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings. Omari Hampton and the Chargers. And then we got Myles Garrett and the Browns. Any good Cowboy hits yet? 1 second. Let me look through them real quick. Jordan Addison and the Vikings. Jack Beck and the Raiders. Justin Fields and the red and blue. And then we got Brock Purdy and the Niners. Yeah, I don't believe we have any good hits from them yet. AJ Green and the Bengals. We got a white Justin Fields. White Justin Fields out of $7.99. We got $5.25 out of $7.99. Those are nice. Moving on. Baker Mayfield and the red and blue. And then we got Elijah Arroyo and the Seahawks. 5 boxes left after this one. Running it right back for everyone. Alrighty. Well, let's go. We got Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinals. We got Ashton Genty and the Raiders. Then we got AJ Green and the Bengals with the red and blue. And then we got Jalen Hurts and the Eagles. Shadur Sanders and the Browns. Abdul Carter and the Giants. Geno Smith and the Raiders. And Omari Hampton and the Chargers. Trevor with the Panthers. Josh Allen and the Bills. We got Jonathan Taylor and the Colts. And Bijan Robinson and the Turbocharge from Atlanta. Emeka Buka, Buccaneers. Breece Hall, number 167 out of 699. Breece Hall and the Jets. All right, Antonio Gates in the blue, red and blue. And Mikael Williams with San Francisco. We move another stack of cards here real quick. Thank you very much.
What I usually do is kind of
Stephon Diggs and the Patriots. Puka and the Rams. Chuba Hubbard and the Panthers. Then we got Tyler Warren and the Colts.
Yeah. So pick those and I'll show you when you're done doing that how to pack them up. Okay.
Rashad Bateman and the Ravens. Lambert Smith and the Chargers. We got Dawson Knox and the Bills. And then we got Jamar Chase and the Bengals. Dalton Kincaid and the Bills. Isaac Tesla and the Lions. Justin Jefferson and the Vikings. And then we got Cam Ward and Titans with the Select Certified. Barron with the Broncos. We got Jack Sawyer and the Steelers. Kareem Hunt and the Chiefs with the red and blue. And then we got Tua with the Dolphins. Malik Neighbors with the Giants. Jalen Noel with the Titans. Donovan Jackson with the Vikings. And Jaden Daniels with the Commanders. Trayvon Henderson with the Patriots. Brock Purdy out of 899. 120 out of 899, San Francisco, Brock Purdy. Cam Chancellor with the red and blue. And then we got Bryce Young and the Panthers. 1 second while I move some cards here for me. Please bear with me. All right. Terrence Ferguson and the Rams. Malachi Starks and the Ravens. Jackson Dart and the Giants. And TJ Watt, Steelers with the turbocharge. All right, Omari Hampton with the Chargers. Chuba Hubbard with the Panthers. We got James Pierce Jr. with the red and blue. And then we got Ty Johnson and the Bills. Number 4, 4 boxes left. Well, 3 left after this.
I just go down by 2, and then just whatever you have left over, put in another one, Okay. And we'll stack them up. Put them in. Yeah. So, go ahead and like, if you have more room, you can put one of those into that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Just going down the road.
Shamir with the Titans. Then we got Jared Goff and the Lions. We got Travis Hunter and the Jags, and Cam Scatabo with the Giants in the future. Cortland Sutton and the Broncos. Caleb Johnson and the Steelers. Jalen Lane with the blue and red out of the Commanders. And Ernest Jones with the Seahawks. Jackson Dart and the Giants. We got Nico Collins and the Texans. Ashton Genty and the Raiders. And then we got Shadur Sanders and the Browns and the Select Certified.
I'll random those points in that card at the end, too.
Jamian Sherwood and the Jets. Jalen Hurts with the red and blue. We got Terrence Ferguson and the Rams. And then Byron Young and the Chargers. Terrence Ferguson swatch. All right, Kyron Williams and the Chargers, or Rams. Apologize. We got Derrick Henry and the Ravens, George Pickens and the Cowboys, and Devontae Adams and the Rams. Justin Herbert and the Chargers, RJ Harvey and the Broncos, Emeka Ibuka with the Buccaneers, and then Zay Flowers with the Ravens. 1 second here while I move some cards again. All right, guys, last 3 boxes coming at you live. What can we pull from them? All right, Tet McMillan and the Panthers. Then we got Dalton Kincaid and the Bills, Miles Sanders and the Cowboys, and TJ Watt with the Steelers. Isaac Tesla and the Lions. We got Barron and the Broncos, Cam Ward with the red and blue, Jonah with the Dolphins. All righty, Jackson Sawyer and the Steelers. Then we got Malik Neighbors with the Giants, Mooney with the Falcons. Is that a? And then we got Travis Hunter and the Turbocharged with the Jags. Jalen Noel, Texans. We got Trayvon Henderson and the Pats, Jalen Carter with the red and blue, and Jeffrey Simmons with the Titans. Terrence Ferguson and the Rams, Malachi Starks and the Ravens, Brenton Strange with the Jags, and Jack Beck with the Future and the Raiders. Omari Hampton and the Chargers, Chuba Hubbard and the Panthers, Josh Jacobs and the Packers with the red and blue, and Jaden Reed and the Packers. Second to last box. James Pierce Jr. and the Falcons, Jalen Lane and the Commanders, Elijah Aurora with the Seahawks, and Trey Harris with the Chargers. And the Select Certified. TJ and the Colts. Then we got Caleb Williams and the Bears. Joe Burrows with the blue and red. And George Pickens with the Cowboys. Moving another stack of cards for me real quick. 1 second, everyone. Thank you very much. All right. Nick Ebenworry with the Seahawks. Jerry Jeudy and the Browns. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys. And Jamar Chase with the Bengals. Then we got Kendre Miller with the Saints. We got Harrison Butker with the Chiefs. 628 out of 799. Out of 799.
Okay, so what we'll do.
Chris Chambers with the red and blue. And then we got Chris Godwin with the Bucks. Quinn Ewers with the Dolphins. Evan Brown and the Cardinals. Then we got Colston Loveland and the Bears. And Tet McMillan in the Turbocharge with the Panthers. Jordan Addison and the Vikings. Jack Beck and the Raiders. CeeDee Lamb with the Cowboys and the red and blue. And then Tua with the Dolphins. All right, last box here. Let's get some juju on it. Woogity, woogity, woogity. One of one with the woogity, woogity, woogity. One of one coming up. It's the woogity. Hit
Woogity box.
woogity, woogity. All right, Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers. Then we got Quinion Mitchell and the Eagles. DJ Moore and the Bengals. Or the Bears, I apologize. And then we got Ashton Genty with the Future and the Raiders. We got C.J. Stroud and the Texans. Then we got Mason Taylor and the Jets. Julio Jones with the Falcons with the red and blue. And Mr. Woolen with the Seahawks. Jordan Watkins and the 49ers. We got Chase Brown and the Bengals. We got Trevor Lawrence and the Jags. And then we got Abdul Carter with the Giants. Troy Aikman and the Cowboys. Then we got Breece Hall and the Jets with the red and blue. We got Travis Hunter and the Jags with the swatch. And then we got Myles Garrett and the Browns. Oh, jeez. Kelvin Banks Jr. and the Saints. We got Christian Benford with the Bills. Then we got Travis Jr. with the Jags. And Jalen Hurts with the Eagles. Last pack from the box.
Woogity, woogity.
Tucker Kraft. Rashard Smith. Saquon Barkley and the Eagles. And Alvin Kamara with the Saints. All right, everyone. We got a few things here to randomize at the end. I'm going to pass that over to Ben. We got 2,500 Panini points.
250, or is it 2,500?
Yeah, 2,500.
Wow.
And
Jeez.
the Khalil Mack multiverse.
A little better than the 150 we had.
Yeah, I know. Thank you, everyone. Again, we are running this right back. Stick around.
All right, I'll do the random here real quick. Let me get the list up here. I should have got that ready.
I think we only had one auto, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Watch it.
I can't tell you.
Give me 1 second here.
Only one auto.
All right, we're going to do this one first. I'm getting a list made so I can do the points thing. Sorry about that. I was not prepared. We'll do the left-right random. Get this going. All right. Oh my God, I got the cord stuck around my foot. Okay. So we got our left-rights. We're going to roll the dice. For 6, 5, and 1 is 6, 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and our 6th and final time. 6 times going to the team on the right. We've been hitting the right a lot. So the Chargers are going to get this one. Bear with me. We're going to random off the points. Let me get a list real quick. In the meantime, while I'm getting that list up, we're going to run this right back. The Cardinals on the clock. Atlanta's coming up next. We'll have a list made and then do that random from the last one. Sorry, guys, I didn't have the list made already. And then we got a little. Oh,
Legit taking it down. Thank you very much.
I missed Atlanta. I went to Baltimore. So you got a sticky note. Can you put right on that one so we know it goes to the right? Baltimore for 20. They are up right now. 3, 2, 1. Who wants Baltimore? We got Atlanta for 16. The Atlanta Falcons are on the clock. The Falcons, the end. Has a bid on the Falcons at 16. 5 seconds left. The Bills are going to be up next. And they take down the Falcons. Bills are on the clock. Bills for 28. Got any Bills fans in here? We're doing another select case of blasters, 2025 select. I do have to random off these points out of the next break from the last break. Bills down to 4, 3. Any Bills fans in here? 20 box select blaster sealed case. We got the Carolina Panthers on the clock. Terrell McMillan is the rookie you're looking for there. 36 for the Panthers. Panthers are gone. We have the Chicago Bears on the clock. Who wants the Bears for 56? The Bears are gone. Will they stay at 56? We shall see.
If he's looking for me, I'll be back in 10 minutes. You're running the station.
I need to pin that. Dang it. All right. Cincinnati. I need to pin that message, not send it. Cincinnati is going. Let me see if I got. Cleveland Browns. Cleveland for 48. Who wants the Browns? The Browns are gone. Or no, we didn't get a bid, but they are done. We're going to Dallas. The Cowboys. Cowboys on the clock for 32. This is 10-19, 25 select blaster case PYT. And we have Denver for 40. Who wants the Broncos? We got any Broncos fans in here? I got to make this list. Brian had to step out, so I'm doing the auction. Sorry, I'm going to run it. This will replay this live, so if you have to leave, you can run it. You can watch the replay of it. But I will do it on screen here before this one starts. Detroit Lions are on the clock. I apologize for not having the list made. Detroit Lions for 28. Who wants the Lions? We're running that case break back. The points are still on the table. I'm going to random these off here. Green Bay is on the clock. The Green Bay Packers. Oh, I got a list. I think I got a list here. This is today, the 11th. Oh, there we go. Okay. Green Bay is off the clock. Houston for 16. Who wants Houston? All right. All right, we're going to do that random. If anybody's in here from that last break, Houston's going to go off here, and then we're going to do the random, and then we'll get back to the Colts. Houston is going. We got them at 18. The Colts are up next. We will do a random of the 2,500 points first. All right, guys. Let me pull the list up. So here's the list from your break. We're going to copy and paste all your names so everybody who bought a team has a opportunity to win those points. All right, there's the list. This is from break 1018, the 2,500 points. We're going to roll the dice. 3 and 3 is 6. 6 times on this list. Whoever's in the top spot after the 6th randomization gets the points. We got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 6 times. Hot Wife cards. 2,500 points headed your way. Let me get the. Let me put that next to you. So I got the 2,500. Oops. And then I got to put the right up here. All right, we're going back to the auctions for 1019. Those are your 25 points there. We were on the Colts. The Colts are up for 28. Who wants the Colts, guys? So there's the random for the points. Hot Wife cards. Congrats on that. And the Colts are going for 28. If anybody else wants to bid, I'm going to get that case in here real quick.
Where are you hanging on the Sharpies at?
And the Colts are gone. Jacksonville for 32. If you guys want to, next break we could do select mega box case. It's up to you guys.